This whole time, you've been playing Rust wrong. You see, I have never played Rust before, and that's probably for a good reason.
You kid.
And instead of playing and figuring it out as I go, I would be using the official Rust wiki for everything I do, which goes from the first hour of me spawning, hunting, base building, and pretty much everything in between. And I also set a rule for myself where I couldn't watch any videos or look anything up on Google. It was all gonna have to come from the wiki, which sometimes provided me useful information, and sometimes it was just completely wrong. But even with this wiki helping me, it was not going to be easy. But I was going to try to survive and even thrive in this harsh survival environment. So with that being said, this is playing Rust the way Facepunch intended. And the first challenge I had to deal with was the loading screen. I don't know why this took so long, but I guess it just did. Hey, are we gonna get in the game or what? 92%? What do you mean cleaning up? Just get it. Oh my gosh. Like, I've been waiting for 25 minutes to just start the game. All right, I'm finally in. All right, first thing I gotta do is go hit a tree with my rock. So I'm assuming any tree will do. Is this a tree? That's more like a bush. And the first thing the wiki recommends we do is just to find a random tree to hit it with our rock. And while I was doing it, it was extremely laggy. I'm not sure if it's just for me, but every time I load up the game, it's just like very laggy when you first spawn in. But anyways, the wiki recommends we get all the wood from the tree. So I was smacking it for a while, but eventually it went down. I have to hit this until I get all the wood, I guess. Okay, so did I get all the wood? Nope, I'm still going. Okay. Oh. There we go. All right, so now that I got that, what do I do next? All right, next I gotta find stone. Like, can I pick that up or what? Now, you think finding stone wouldn't be that hard, but I don't know why. It took like 15 minutes to find it. It shows a picture of a big rock, so I'm assuming I gotta find that and then hit it. Okay, if I hit this, do I get stone? Sulfur ore. Okay. How about this? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go find a stone. Apparently these are not stone, but whatever. Like, I can't grab it. What do I do? Oh my gosh. And while I was trying to look for this rock, I just found this guy laying there. What the heck? Who is this? Schmidt. Wake up. Do I just... You know what? Honestly, Schmidt... Is he dead? Oh, I think I got him. My bad. How do I loot him? Schmidt has nothing. Schmidt is... Never mind. Oh, I can grab his torch. I don't really need it, actually. Never mind. All right. Well, that was not a part of the guide. I already failed. And while I was trying to look for some stone, I randomly got shot. Okay. Okay. I'm bleeding. How do I heal myself? Airdrop inbound. Oh my gosh, I'm just overwhelmed. Yo, how do I get stone, man? Oh, I'm dead. It's fine. Now, I didn't know this, but the Rust wiki calls them scientists, and you're able to find them around monuments or around junk piles. And yeah, they do quite a bit of damage. How do I get the stone, man? It doesn't tell me how. And I searched up where to find the stone because maybe I was in the wrong spot, and it said the grassy plains, which I felt like I was in, and you know, I just still couldn't find it. And somehow, finally, I was able to find a single stone. Oh, it's stone. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know how to get stone now. I know how to do it. Just somebody kill me, please. And once I knew how to get stone, I decided just to respawn. I thought it'd be better to try to get a better spawn because the one I was in, it wasn't great. All right, first thing I got to do, find a tree. There's trees over there. They also say to find a wood pile. So if I can find that, that's probably going to be better. There we go. And once I spawned in, I saw a boar, which, you know, probably went as well as you thought it would. Wait, I might be able to get him. Hold on. Yo. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. That was not a... Okay, I'm dying. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. He got me. You won. Okay. That was not the play. This guide is not helping me right now. I haven't been able to find any stone. Are they... That's a guy. I'm trying to find stone. Oh my gosh. Like, come on, bruh. Okay. That stone. Yes. Am I even getting it? Oh, E? Oh, you just pick it up.
You're stupid.
All right, it tells me I got to get 100 stone, so I still need to find another one. So yeah, I don't know how it took me this long to figure out I could just pick up some stones, but you know, whatever. But anyways, after getting some basic resources, the wiki recommends we get ourselves some tools. And the first thing I got was a stone hatchet. Now, it's pretty basic, but it works really well for chopping trees down. And food was also going to be an issue pretty soon. So I came across these 2 deer. Here we go. Don't move. I missed. So yeah, hunting the 2 deer, that didn't work too well. But there was a snake, which is a lot easier to take out because you kind of need a bow and arrow to even take out the deer. Stocking up on food and bottled water is a good way to make sure you don't die to natural causes. Natural causes? What, do I just die if I stay alive for too long? And now with the snake meat, it was going to get my health and hunger up way more. Here we go. Now I got my food way up. All right, making some progress. And after dealing with the food situation, I got myself a little bit more resources. And I had this, whatever this is. I don't even know what this is. What is this on the screen? Why is this like, how do I get rid of this? Oh, audio clip crocodile generic 07 could not be played. Dude, I don't care. And I also made my way to an outpost just to see what it was. And there's just a bunch of NPCs here. So I just kind of walked past it and it was becoming night very quickly. So I decided I just kind of wanted to wait out the night and I made myself a quick fire. Too cold. Too cold. I'm next to the fire. What do you want? Wood shelter? Is that good? Did I even mean it? Should I even craft that or not? Not stable enough. Airdrop inbound. Oh my gosh. Just put the shelter down. I took a look again and they say you can get cloth from bushes. Well, I can't see anything in the nighttime, but would this consider? I don't think this one works. Yeah, no. Okay, here we go. Wait, can I get fibers from this? Oh my gosh, I got cloth. I got cloth. I thought I had to kill an animal to do it. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, so now, can I make it? I need 50 cloth. Oh, okay, wow. I thought I only needed 10. I guess not. And now I was going to need 50 cloth to get myself a bow. And the wiki says that the bow is one of the most important early game weapons. So that's what I wanted to go get next. All right, time to find this cloth so I can make my gun or with a bow and arrow. And yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a freaking bear. Or what is that? Polar bear? I don't even know. Go, 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 go. Please don't eat me, bro. Please. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I died. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. It's a freaking polar bear. How? Why? Okay. Recovery chance. Yeah, how about not a... Okay, yep. That was 40 minutes for nothing. Nice. Okay. I was kind of joking about the polar bear part, but I guess it actually was. I don't know why he's here, but sure. So, yeah, nice. Died to a polar bear. Okay, all right. But anyways, literally right after I spawned back in, I die once again. All right, I'm gonna get myself some wood. Okay, never mind. Hello. All right, back at it again. Here we go. People in this game are real friendly, aren't they? Yeah. And after dying twice in a row, I thought I had a pretty decent spawn point. I was able to find myself some cloth, as well as a little bit of stone, but that was quickly cut short. I did make the bow and arrow, but that didn't matter because I just got ran up on by 2 guys. I was able to hit the shot, but it just wasn't enough to take them out. And once again, after respawning, I was able to collect some materials, get myself another bow, and hunt a deer. Hit. That's dead. That was dead on. That was dead on. Yeah, right. The wiki says that deers are passive, but I don't know. The second you shoot them, they're no longer passive. But after getting some of the basic resources, I was now after these barrels. And there's 4 different types of barrels, which are scattered all over the map. And you can basically find them around like settlements, like small buildings, whatever, or just random piles of junk pretty much. And a lot of them will give you certain items, things like rope and stuff like that. And also they give you scrap, which the wiki calls the scrap basically like the game's currency. And unfortunately, you need quite a lot of it. But that would apply mainly later down the road. But the scrap grind is definitely something in this game. All right, time to find some barrels because it's time to get some upgrades, some armor. Here we go. Found some barrels. I don't know if it's gonna have it, but oh, not this again. Crocodile. I don't know what that means. And yeah, I don't know why this weird text showed up again. I don't know what this is. Hail gun. That might be good. Workbench level 1. I don't know what that is. So yeah, I didn't know this, but I was gonna need a workbench. And there's different levels of workbenches. And the higher the level is, the better stuff you're gonna be able to craft out of it. But yeah, I was gonna need a base first, and I was pretty far away from this. But it would definitely be a goal for me to get because I'm not trying to be stuck with a bow and arrow forever. All right, and they also say that the bone knife is best for harvesting corpses. So am I gonna get more stuff out of this? Oh, looks like it. So yeah, even the wiki just giving me small tips like knives giving you more from like harvested animals, stuff like that. That's pretty useful because you need a lot of fat. And the reason why is to make low grade fuel. And this will later be turned into furnaces. You know, it's kind of a step-by-step process, whatever. But getting myself at least 1 furnace real quick was going to be pretty nice. More animals though. It's becoming nighttime. I'm not ready. Troll helicopter inbound. What, are they gonna start shooting at me or something or what? And yeah, eventually they would start shooting at me, but not right now. Right now I was trying to get as much fat as I could, and the reason I did this is to make low grade fuel to make a furnace. And a furnace, you can smelt down a bunch of stuff, and it's basically required to get the higher tier items. Things like better weapons, better armor, stuff like that. But while I was trying to do that, I saw some random guy in the distance. Oh, that's a guy. Oh, I hit him. I don't think he's dead. Oh, that was a headshot. Oh, I'm gonna make sure he's dead. Yeah, there we go. Hey man, I don't mean to be that guy, but that was an absolute snipe for me. Yeah, I don't know how I hit that shot. That was pure luck. I mean, pure skill. Yeah, that was skill. But anyways, after that, I decided just to wait the night out because I don't want to be super exposed with a torch. And in the morning, I mined myself some metal. And the wiki says that these can be smelted in either a furnace or a large furnace. And once done so, they'll turn into metal fragments. But right now, I was just trying to get as many resources as I could. And I spotted another guy. My game is lagging. My game is lagging. Hello? Yo, my game was... Are we in one... I'm in 1 FPS right now. All right, I was going to win that if it didn't lag. Like, that was unplayable. But anyways, once I respawned back, I decided to take a shot at this guy, which was probably not the smartest plan, but you know, whatever. I missed. Okay. Oh my gosh. And I went back to retrieve my loot, and I came across this random guy. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going? It's oh my oh no.
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 No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why
Damn.
would you do that?
Okay, good luck, man. Good luck.
All right,
That's
good luck.
crazy. Let's go find a node to smack, brother.
I'll follow you. I'll try to get a bow. Yeah, a bow. So yeah, I was just following this guy because I figured why not? It wasn't going that well for me so far. So I figured maybe having a teammate alongside would help. But since I'm relying on the wiki to help me, I couldn't really take any information from this guy. But I did stick with him for quite a while. And yeah, we were just kind of walking around. Not a whole lot going on, but we were just getting resources, maybe looking for a place to build a base. And while we were trying to do that, we got shot at. So you know, not great. And once we escaped the gunshots, we got shot at by another person. I ain't gonna make it. I'm bleeding out. I might try to bandage. No, I'm running.
No, don't pull. No.
Yo.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh.
Bro, I didn't know you could run up here.
Okay.
About 2,000 or 3,000. I see a little rock over here we can build.
All right, I'll follow you. And with it ending like that, I returned back to being solo. And this time, I was determined to make myself a base because honestly, for the last 10 hours of gameplay so far, it has been nothing but dying over and over. And I was trying to use the wiki to build a base, and oh my gosh, like I just can't figure this out for some reason. So first I got myself a hammer because it says you need that, and I just couldn't understand. I couldn't put two and two together. But you actually need to make a building plan, which I didn't know what that meant, but it's apparently this little like blueprint thing. And I'm telling you, I was trying to build anywhere. It wasn't working at all. And this annoyed me way more than it should have, but you know, whatever. But the wiki actually has a couple recommendations on where to build your base. Now, I was thinking just go anywhere, but actually there's a few locations that they prefer. One of them is near water. So any type of river, pond, lake, whatever. Another is literally in the water, just like the base in the water. And another one they recommend is either by some mountains or next to like a big rock or something like that. So that was the goal with this first base. And I couldn't figure out how to change this. I was trying to get in, but I couldn't demolish the wall or anything. I thought it was a pretty solid spot, but I was just getting way too annoyed with this. I didn't want to spend all day trying to change it. So I was gonna have to change locations. And while I was doing that, I found this massive stash of stuff. Now, I was pretty tempted to take it, but that's just not how I wanted to do it. I wanted the wiki to go step by step on how to do these things, and I didn't want just some random stash I found. So although it was tempting, I decided to just skip past it. And I built my base. It was kind of by rocks. Not necessarily. It was pretty close to rocks, but not that close. For the next base, I'll actually make it like on the rocks. But this one was like kind of, I don't know. All right, you know, whatever. I didn't fail the challenge yet. Okay, it's fine. But I put everything I needed in, and I was pretty lost in how to actually make these bases. There wasn't really a blueprint on how to make these bases. It's just to, you know, make them and put them in a certain spot. So I was just super lost on like, you know, how to specifically make it so it's harder to raid, whatever. I wasn't really bothered with that. I just put everything I needed in there. And I also finally put a workbench down, and you know, I was starting to feel all right. You know, just with a little base, it would make it a lot easier. And it felt nice to get a base down because so far, if I died, it was pretty much over. I had to restart completely. But with a base, that wouldn't be the case. And I also got myself the nail gun, you know, didn't know if it was the best thing I could get. It's very early game. And the wiki says it's one of the least used guns in this game. So I'm not sure why I ended up using it, but it was just super easy to make. But overall, the wiki does not really recommend this gun just because of how weak it is. And I made my way over to collect more resources, and I shot this pig and it killed me. I was right next to one of the outposts, and I didn't realize that if you have your gun out, it instantly kills you. And I thought it was another player that shot me, so it wasn't. It was just a turret, but that kind of sucked. And once I respawned, I had this interaction. Huh? Okay.
Do you speak Russian?
I speak what?
Speak Russian?
No, I do not. I'm just gonna leave, I think.
Yeah, don't know what he was saying, but, I don't know. Anyways, I got back to work just doing pretty much what you normally do. Got myself some more resources until, again, another guy showed up.
This guy is literally making the bare bones shack, and he's still shooting. Like, bro, is that an AI? That's a real person, isn't it? Or I don't even know. This guy's aim is atrocious. I hope that's an AI, but I don't think an AI would be building something. Hey, man, can we just... Oh, my gosh. Come on, man. Oh, my gosh. Hey, we need to go back on aim training, my man. Okay, can we... Like, dude, you got a base to build, all right? Just stop following me. Snake666. Bro, what kind of name is that? Come on, bro. Just kill me. What's that? Shorts.
So that was pretty annoying. Like, I know you have something better to do. Like, why me? Anyways, it was time for me to build a proper base. And this time I found these rocks, and I thought this was a decent spot. They look pretty rocky enough, I guess. And it was a little more concealed than the last one. So throughout the whole night, I was getting myself some stone. And by morning, I actually had a decent base going. It was very simple, but it was going to have all the things I need. And while I was getting more resources, this panther came up on me, and I was able to kill him. And this guy gave me a ton of fat. And this was going to be good to make some low-grade fuel. And by the end of the day, I used all that fat to create 5 furnaces, which I thought was pretty solid. And I logged on 2 days later to the base being completely gone. You know, I'm not really that surprised. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably just like, oh my gosh, you know, pretty bad at this game. Well, yeah, first time playing, so I'm probably not gonna be that great. And I was just really learning as I go. Honestly, the wiki was the one thing that was helping me, and it was still very hard. But at nighttime, I saw this light or whatever, and I didn't know what this structure was. And this is actually the junkyard. And there's barbed wire all around it, so you kind of have to, you know, walk in a certain entrance, whatever. The wiki says there's a bunch of barrels and crates here, and this would honestly be my go-to place to get scrap. One is just because of the crates and how much loot you can get out of it. And 2 is because there's a recycler there, which I can turn all that stuff into scrap. So I would constantly keep coming back here because it's a pretty good spot. And also I was kind of scouting out for a base location, and I came across this river in the jungle, which I thought would be kind of decent because the wiki does want you to build near water. But that didn't last too long. I got attacked by a crocodile, and then this crocodile just jumped out. Absolute jump scare. Whatever. I decided, yeah, that was not gonna be the place. I'm not building in there, no. However, I did find this rock, and it was right next to a river, and I thought it would be kind of concealed as well, so I thought this would be a good spot to set up. Through the night, I upgraded everything with stone, or at least as much of it as I could, and I got some other things like a metal door, tool cupboard, and pretty much everything else you need. And I also made my way back to the junkyard because it is very good for scrap, and I was gonna need a lot of it. And once I had the 500 scrap required, I placed down the level 2 workbench inside my base. And the wiki says that this is mainly used to research new blueprints, but apparently it can also be used to refill oxygen tanks as well as refill the jackhammer. So I don't really end up using that, but I guess it's a good thing to know. Now the wiki says that it takes 300 scrap to create a blueprint, but it kind of varies. So to be 100% honest, I don't even know what the wiki's talking about. But anyways, after getting that done, I went out with the intention of getting more scrap. But while I was doing that, I got attacked by a tiger. And I actually wasn't able to take him out. I wasn't sure if I would, but I got him down. And I used up all the animal fat to make some low-grade fuel, which eventually I turned into furnaces back at the base. And from here, I'll be doing quite a bit of grinding, especially for scrap, but also for some more fat because I just want a bunch more furnaces. It just makes smelting a lot quicker. And also, once I got a bunch of metal smelted up, I started upgrading my base to sheet metal. Now, the wiki says it's the most optimal material to build with, just because of the cost to performance ratio. And they also recommend that I upgrade the floors first. So that's why I made sure I got the ceiling done right away. And after having a decent amount of scrap saved up, I made sure I unlocked a bunch of blueprints because even if a wipe happens, all your blueprints still save. And also I was trying to escape this bear and I went down into this tunnel. And the wiki says that there's a bunch of these NPCs down there that'll pretty much instantly shoot you. But if you're able to kill a few of them, you can get some gun components, ammo, stuff like that. And apparently there's a train down here that you can drive. I didn't end up finding it, but apparently it's down here. But I was probably down here way longer than I should have been. There was nothing I really needed down here. So after taking a bunch of damage, I just made my way back up to the surface. Honestly, I came down here by accident, so I didn't need to be down here any longer. And once I got to the junkyard, I found a random player there, and he kind of just spooked me, so I shot him. I probably didn't even need to, but I don't know if he was gonna kill me, so I just killed him. Felt kind of bad, but it is what it is. And after that, I made my way back to base, where I smelted up some of the metal that I had, and also just got shot by a random guy, so I lost a bunch of loot. And also right after that, I got killed again. But I came back a few days later and I was raided. Yeah, it wasn't going great. I just lost everything that I worked for and it was going to be time to restart once again. So the first thing I did was smack a tree with a hatchet, got myself some stone and die like this somehow. you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I also got myself a little base together. And every single time I got raided or I got wiped, I noticed I was getting a lot better at base building, or at least in terms of speed. I was getting bases together a lot quicker. And this time I decided to build actually on the water. And honestly, this base would serve me very well. It was pretty hidden, and it also had a decent amount of space in it. And once I was done with it, I logged off for the night. And once I got back on, I got killed by Diddy's kitten, so that's nice, I guess. But fortunately, the base was still up and everything was good to go. So I continued to add some more fortifications to the base, getting myself multiple layers of walls, as well as metal doors and code locks. And this time, finally, a lot of things were going right for me. Honestly, so far, it hasn't been going too hot, but I could tell right away that this was going to be a solid run. And while I was hunting, the game crashed, okay, yeah. But once I got back in, I made my way back to the junkyard where I got myself a bunch of scrap. And I once again got myself a level 2 workbench. And so far, this way of getting scrap was doing pretty well. But the wiki also recommends that I go to the outpost and search around there, because apparently you can find a lot of crates, barrels, scrap, stuff like that. And to be honest, I mean, I found a few, but I didn't find that much. I still think the junkyard method is better, but this was definitely an option as well. And after making the pretty long trek back to the base after that, I stashed away all the stuff that I had. But at night, I saw this airdrop that was pretty close, so I figured I might as well go check it out. I just wanted to see what it had, and it was actually pretty good. The wiki says that these airdrops happen about every hour, and in my opinion, it feels like they hyped it up way more than they should have. It says that players will literally die just to get the airdrop, which I mean, it was pretty good, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't all that. But the extra guns would be very nice. And while I was on another scrap run, I just randomly got blown up. Now, at first, I thought this was actually like a player controlling this, but apparently not. The wiki says that these are literally just NPCs, and they just kind of go around patrolling, and they got me, so that's kind of sucked. So it was going to be best to stay away from these guys. And before the wipe happened, I just decided to spend all the scrap that I had. I did want to get a level 3 workbench and get some of the best guns in the game, but unfortunately, there was not enough time. And once the wipe happened, it was a lot going on, but I started the exact same, got myself some resources, and I ended up building my base on this rock, which was super concealed, but it was going to require obviously a lot of stone. So when I went out, I got shot right away, so that was good, I guess.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What is going on?
How you doing, guy?
Talking about me? Oh yeah, I'm just running around.
You just a solo?
Yeah.
You wanna hop in here?
Shoot, man, I'm down. So, yeah, nice enough guy, I guess. I mean, he could have shot me, but he didn't. And he actually let me into his base, so that was kind of cool. And eventually, I'd actually run across this guy again. Alrighty, I'll see you around. Yeah, there we go. Well, decent guy in this game. You know, I thought everybody just shoots you right away, which is, you know, usually the case. But, yeah, he spared me. That was... You'll love to see it. You know what? You'll love to see it. But after that interaction, I still had to get to work on my base. I was still working on all the walls. So I got myself plenty of wood and as much stone as I could. Oh, no. There's more visitors, man. No. I'm running away. No, I don't need that right now. I'm good. Let me just get my bearings and then I can be on my way. All right, let's upgrade this place to stone. Might not be a bad spot. And once I got back to base, I upgraded everything to stone, and I also got a tool cupboard for myself, and I realized something. The base was essentially underwater, so yeah, I couldn't place anything in there, so nice. So all that gathering of stone didn't even matter. I gotta go do it again. So yeah, I went out to get more stone, and then I died, so that's okay. This game can be extremely frustrating sometimes. Like, I'm just trying to get some stone and build a base, but there's always something. Either I just get killed by a player, animal, whatever. Yeah, while I was trying to get more resources, I died to a wolf. Okay. And yeah, I think it's all right. You know, respawn, die again. No, die again. I mean, it feels like there's literally just nothing I can do. And while I was kind of aimlessly running around, I came across this base, and I actually heard people inside. So they asked me if I needed anything. And later I'd find out this is the guy that I met that let me in his base earlier. And after that, I left the base, but I realized I kind of need cloth. So I figured I might go back and ask if he had any. I'm gonna see if I can try to get some cloth from these guys. I haven't been able to find any. I don't know why, but for some reason, yeah, it's hard to come by. I don't know if it's because the server just wiped or whatever, but dude, apparently there's just none on here. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why'd you do it? Come on, my man. Dart Goblin. Bro, like, these are not even the same people. Crack Addicted Horse 37 or 73 at gmail.com. Okay, man, thank you for that. Like, you see what I'm saying? I just, you know, that was a whole diamond in the rough. The guy that didn't shoot me on top of the building, you know, that's about it. That's all you're gonna get. I'm glad I got killed by that guy. What a name. I'm probably gonna get killed by a tiger. That's my best guess. So yeah, after that annoying death, I got more stone, and I was finally able to upgrade my base, which meant, yeah, I finally had a base. It took way longer than it should have, but it's finally done. Alrighty, you know what? Pretty decent sized base, so I mean, I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna go ask these guys. I'm gonna see if they have food. They're actually probably gonna shoot me, but it's all good. Oh, whoa, 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 partner. Hold on, partner. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Just trying to find some food around here, huh? Yeah, what a tool. What a tool, this guy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even doing anything. And, you know, somehow I'm getting targeted, but, you know, it is what it is. Chicken in the road. Why'd the chicken cross the road? I guess we don't know. Oh my gosh! Okay, like, you know what? I don't know. I decided to just go beg the neighbors for food, which actually worked out pretty well. What up? I saw you earlier, man. I was curious. Hey, you got a little bit of spare food, dude? I ain't doing too hot out here. Wait, dude. I saw you yesterday.
Hey,
Yeah!
you, I know you.
I recognize the username.
I know you, dude.
Oh, dude. There we go. We got Schmitty. Oh yeah, this is
struggling, huh?
this is dude. Oh my gosh, it's been bad. I've been getting shot off for it, but
Here, bro. Here, I dropped some beans, my guy.
oh really?
He dropped you some beans.
Oh, there we go. Appreciate it.
And yeah, these were the guys that I met earlier, which meant I kind of had an ally literally right next to my base. So I was pretty sure that these guys wouldn't attack me. You know, pretty sure, not 100% sure, but you know, pretty sure. And they ended up giving me a bear, or at least a bear meat or whatever, so I could finally get some of my stats up. But it probably didn't even matter that much because I was gonna die pretty soon anyways.
All right, man. Same process as usual. Just get a bunch of crap and just get her going.
But anyways, after that interaction, it was time for a little scrap run, which one reason was obviously for the scrap. It's always useful, but also I kind of needed some metal, so that also kind of came with it. And while I was trying to do that, I ran into some guy.
Oh, what is this guy talking about?
Dale que te mata, dale.
Dude, what was that? All right, you know what? That's fine. I'm just gonna go back. All right. I mean, you know what? Maybe it's not everybody. All right. You know, maybe not everyone's the problem. It's all right.
Definitely an interesting interaction, but you know, there's some interesting people over here. At least he didn't shoot me. You know, that's an upside. And once I got back to base, I was finally making some actual progress. A lot of it required a bunch of scrap runs, which was you know, not the most fun thing to do, but it was going to be necessary to get the things that I wanted. And the main thing I was after was a level 3 workbench. But unfortunately, to make it, you actually have to have a level 2 workbench, or you have to be in close proximity to it. So that meant I was going to have to make a level 2 workbench first and then make the level 3. So yeah, just make this process even longer. But you know what? It is what it is. And this workbench can also do the same as the level 2. It can also refill diving tanks and jackhammers. Doesn't really apply to me, but you know, that is something it still can do. And the reason I even wanted this is because the wiki says it allows you to craft the highest tier weapons and armor, and obviously I wanted to get that. What I had right now was kind of not really cutting it, so after plenty of scrap grinding, I finally got myself a level 3 workbench. And after getting it, of course I had to unlock more blueprints for it, but the one thing I wanted to do before my time on Rust was done is at least get myself the MP5. I'm not really sure why specifically the MP5, but that is one of the guns I wanted to get. So after another long scrap grind, I was able to get myself the MP5 blueprint, and I was able to craft it for myself. And the wiki says that the MP5 actually does less damage than Thompson, but it has a higher ammo capacity, and it also is more accurate. And for some reason, it's also the only military grade weapon you can actually craft. But it was going to be a huge upgrade from anything that I had previously. And I wanted to go test it out. So when I came across this base and I heard someone inside, I just waited until they came out and shot him. You know, probably didn't even need to do this, but I just wanted to see how good it was. But while I was walking around, I found a fresh spawn that was just trying to build a base. And I figured there was really no point in killing him. And since this was pretty much the end of my journey on Rust, I decided to give him a bunch of resources. So maybe he could build a base of his own, just make it a little bit easier. So yeah, I was kind of with this guy for like about half an hour. Hey, just handing him some useful resources that he could use to build. And essentially with that, that was the end of my journey on Rust. Kind of anticlimactic, I know. But after about 50 hours worth of gameplay, I slowly but surely started to get the hang of Rust. And it was definitely not easy at all. And now with even 50 hours under my belt, I was still not good at this game. And this game was a lot harder than I thought when I went into it. And even though I didn't do absolutely everything you could do in this game, I was still happy with the base I built and the amount of progress I made from hour 1 to 50. So with all that being said, that was playing Rust the way Facepunch intended. Thank you for watching.